Hello, everybody. How are you doing tonight? It is kind of chilly here. Is it chilly where you are, Sarah?
I'm freezing. Like, I'm thinking about pulling the electric blanket and pulling a Tiffany and, like, sitting here underneath it.
And Lee's over there with the window cracked, probably.
It is. Yeah. No, she's about a good foot open right now. Yeah.
I'm trying to find out what the actual, like, weather is right now. I know my car said -1. Yeah, it's -2.
Wow. And that's like what, around 30 something?
It's about 30-ish. Yeah.
Yeah, which is what we're supposed to be tonight, like 35.
We're 40 right now.
Oh, it's downright balmy.
It's crazy how, like I said, like when it was 70 degrees the other day and it's 40 something now, it's like you're freezing. But when it's been like 20 degrees and all of a sudden it's 40, it's like, oh, it feels so nice.
Yeah.
When I got home from work, Garrett was in the garage having a smoke. And he comes out to the car to grab my bags for me. And he's like, it's freezing out here. I'm like, dude, you could totally not come out for a smoke. You could just quit. And then this would not be. And he just looks at me and I said, and it hasn't even gotten cold yet. This is not cold. This is going to be April. We're going to be like, oh my God, it's going up to -2 today.
Right. That'll be the perspective.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it was 48 degrees here today, but it's been rainy, and so
that's when
just makes it feel even colder than what it was.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So what are y'all reading? We'll start with that so I don't forget.
I am reading How to Destroy Your Husband by Jess Kitching.
Is it a how-to guide? What's the situation here?
So far, I don't think
what has Marcus done?
That's funny because I once had this book and it was like How to Kill Your Best Friend. It was a true crime book, and I let one of my friends read it, and then she was super paranoid that I was like plotting to kill her. I'm like, why would I give you the book if I was planning on doing it? Like, it doesn't make sense.
That's like, here so you can turn me in afterwards.
Right, exactly. Like, I've given you the book, the playbook.
This is Exhibit A, Your Honor.
Right. No, it's about a woman who's engaged and her coworker sees a picture of her fiance and someone that they all know kissing. And instead of turning around and breaking up with him, she's like, nope, I'm still going to marry him and make his life miserable. So that's how it just starts out. Now, things have already flipped around. So, but that's how it starts out. It's really good so far.
Okay, I was going to say, are you enjoying it?
Yeah.
Excellent. I am going to be reading with my ears tonight. Christmas at Lilac Cottage, which is too bright you can't see it. And Why Did My Voice Just Go? By Holly Martin, which is a UK chick lit novel. It's really cute, and I need to start a pair of mittens. I have realized I cannot find any of my hand knit mittens. Garrett's like, you could go buy mittens. I'm like, but why? I have yarn. I have skills. I'm going to make a pair of mittens. So that's what I want to do tonight, is make myself a pair of mittens.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. What are you reading, Storm?
If I can keep myself off of the homesteading channels, I may do something.
I know, I'm the same. I'm like, the new John Oliver has been uploaded. I'm like, I will wait and watch it later.
I do need to finish Ghostly Echoes by William Ritter.
Ooh.
It's the third book in the Jacoby series. I'm not quite as thrilled with this one as I thought I would be. I don't know if it's just my book's mindset this month or what, but I'm 74% into it, so it's a buddy read with my friend Barb, and so we need to get that one done. and then I also, if I by any chance finish that one tonight, which I doubt, I don't know, 74%, it depends. I do have The Search by Nora Roberts going, which is it's like 14-hour one. I was like, Nora, come on.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling big books this month. Come on.
Truth.
We need smaller ones. So I figured if I start now, by the end of the month, I might get The Search finished, and that would be my third book for November.
There you go.
And so Barbara says, good afternoon, friends. I am still reading She's Up to No Good. So good. Y'all would love it. And it is on KU.
Thank you.
Amy says, "Hi everyone. I'm currently reading Wyoming Cowboy Undercover by Juno Rushton. I'm 30% in."
Intrigue novel. That was a good one.
And Tina says, "Hello y'all. About 30 minutes left of Trappings, Turkeys, and Thanksgiving by Tony Kappas, and I'll finishing up deep cleaning my room."
Your mom
After
wants
you
to
get done, you want to come to my house?
Seriously.
Oh. And then she also says, "Once I finish that, I'm going to switch to a Christmas book and start decorating my room for Christmas. So when we get back from Thanksgiving, I can jump right into Christmas." There you go.
Excellent.
And Esther says, "I'm reading Christmas Escape by Anne Perry." And Mother Goose says, "Hi, Stormy. Hi, Lee. Hi, Sarah. And Tiffany's not here."
We'll pass the message.
Yeah. I finished a season of Angels today, and I loved it.
Nice.
She
That was
would
Debbie
like that.
Maycomer, right?
Yeah, I think so. I was gonna say, well, she would approve. She had to go help her grandma with something tonight. So,
She's here in spirit.
yeah.
Mhm.
And then Cajun says, "Hi everyone. I'm reading Death by Fountain: A Christmas Murder in Rome. Travel can be murder. Number."
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, sounds good. Nadine says, "Hi everyone. I'm reading Seems Deadly by Maggie Bailey, number 1 in the Measure Twice Sewing mystery."
Mm.
Hey, measure twice, cut once. That
Exactly.
involves sewing too, just like wood, right? So my dad always comes in and he's like, "I need to cut this much more off," or I cut this much too much, and I go, "Did you measure twice before you
Measure twice, cut once.
Like, come on, you know the rule.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's like, he's taught that one to me my life. Didn't you know the rules?
Yeah, but that doesn't apply to him. It's everybody
Right.
else. And he says, I have some candy, having some candy cane lane hot tea tonight. I'm feeling the holiday spirit and want peppermint tea."
Nice.
Probably sounds good to everybody else, but I just don't like peppermint stuff. I like peppermint candy, but I don't like peppermint in anything else.
Mm.
Weird. And Pat says, "Good evening, everyone. Will not be reading tonight. Spent most of the day at the local hospital, yearly CAT scan, blood work. Kind of tired. Happy reading, and don't forget the thumbs up. Thank you, Pat.
I hope you feel better,
and
Pat.
hope you get a good night's rest and all that kind of good stuff."
Mhm.
Wearing Stones. Hi, everyone. I'm reading a Norwegian book. Cool.
Ooh,
What's the name of it?
yes.
Hi, Wearing Stone. I know you from. I popped in on PK this morning, and I'm pretty sure that's where
She
you.
is in there, yeah.
That's awesome.
And Annie O'Brien says, "Hi all. I'm reading Deadly Target by Elizabeth Goddard." I know that name. Jen Moody says, "Hello everyone. I started Snow Place for Murder by Diane Kelly tonight." Well, sounds good.
Mm.
And Mother Grace said, "I started reading Positively Penelope by Pepper Basham." Now that could be a tongue twister.
Right?
But may also look into another holiday read.
I'm all about the holiday books right now.
Mm.
And Renee says, "Hi y'all. I don't know what I want to read tonight.
Hmm.
I know I have at least one holiday one for next month. My friend Barb and I are going to start a new kind of fluffy romance series. I think it's Rayanne thing. The Harbor Cove or Haven Cove or Haven Point or
Haven Point.
something. Haven
Point.
The first one
book
is
called Snow Angel Cove.
Yeah. And it's a Christmas one, so I thought, well, why not start it in December and go into?
You'll like it. It's a really good series.
Yeah, we needed something to take Virgin River place, so I like, well, let's try Rayanne thing because I've liked some of the books that I've read from her.
Plus, she tends to write clean, and I mean that's not a criticism, right? But she writes sweet romances, so
Perfect.
Which I find I like a lot better than the others. So.
You know what? I'm getting to that point in my life too. I'm like, just whatever, hurry up.
Yeah, I know. It's just and Amy says, last time I checked, it was 40 degrees here as well. Uh-oh. Somebody shot outside Dresden's like ears perked.
Uh-oh.
She doesn't like that.
Dog in your lap in a minute.
Yeah,
Mhm.
or she'll run downstairs to Dad. And then she'll upset the other dog that's downstairs. So
Mhm.
I'm like, no. Cav says, hi, Aller. I'm reading my last fall themed book of the year, Murdered Pumpkin Pageant by Darcy Hannah.
Nice.
And Mother Goose says, here we are 30s in the upper state.
Yeah, about the same temperature.
Oh, we have 20s here in central New York. Well,
Brr.
New York's just all over the place.
Mhm.
It's like I always tell my friend Barb, who lives in West Virginia, whenever she's like, it's 50s here and it's like 30s here. I said, wait, no, this is supposed to be reversed. You're up north. I'm here down south. It's not supposed to be colder.
It's the same as up here. We'll kick on the news and be like, Buffalo gets like lake effect snow, 25 feet of snow. Their cars are buried, and we're like, it's still green grass outside.
Right.
It's because of the
Weird.
lake, right?
Yeah. And well, I had it here. Go back. Barbara wants to know, what pattern are you?
I don't know the name of it. I will show it when we come back from sprints. I have it in my bag.
And the Mother Goose says to Esther Jane, where in New York? I'm in Birmingham.
Nice.
Hi, Kat. Said, hi, ladies. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm looking at books on Scholastic. Oh, that could be dangerous, Kat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Barb says, red yarn wool, easy red color.
Mm-hmm.
Need a pattern. Well, that was harder than I thought.
Typing it out. Well done, Barbara.
And Dennis said, hi, everyone. Hi. And Mother Goose said, the cat, are you a teacher? I'm a retired elementary school librarian and I host many Scholastic book fairs. And Kim says, I'm reading Murder for Christmas, I think, Christmas, by Maureen Ash.
Nice.
And Wearing Stone says, yes, I remember. It's a saga with 47 books called well, I ain't going to even
No,
try
it's Norwegian. A Norwegian name.
Yeah. I was trying to see if they had it like in English, because I kind of like those.
They have dark powers, and it's a romance and some mystery and murder and such.
That's awesome.
And it's like, do they have a English title?
That's what I'm looking for.
There is like quite a number of. I have one that's been translated from like Norwegian or Dutch or something. They write some pretty dark thrillers and stuff.
Yeah, I like what they call like Nordic noir.
Yes,
that's what I love. Yeah. Oh, is this first one called Troll Bundit? I think that might be the series that she's talking about.
I have no.
Anyway, I'll have to look to see if there's a translation of it. Yep, 47 works. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's your mission during the
yeah. Now I'm gonna be
instead of reading, she's gonna be looking.
She's gonna be frantically, yeah.
And Kim says, I finished Murder at Mayfair Hotel by C.J. Archer earlier today. Check out the next already. Yeah, I like that one. I need to get to the second book in that series. It's a historical mystery. Esther Jane says, Mother Goose, I'm in Fulton between Syracuse and Oswego. Got these names that I don't know, trying to make.
I know some of the towns in upstate New York are just like delightful.
And Amy said, yesterday I made some peppermint bark for Thanksgiving. I love peppermint everything. Hello, Celeste says, hello, everyone. I'm down in Texas and reading Tomorrow by Gabriel Zevin.
Nice.
Gabriella. Esther said, we are supposed to go down to 19 tomorrow. Ooh. You just keep that there with you.
Right.
Kim says, no, it is Christ Mass. Mass. Set in 2001.
1201.
Okay. Gotcha.
The Knights of Templar. Oh, that's neat.
And brr.
Yeah.
And okay, so we're going to go ahead and read to the top of the hour. My computer won't let me put those pretty things on, so we just got the little banner.
That's all right. That's all right.
I like the pretty thing, but the old-fashioned way. Happy reading, everyone.
Happy reading.
Okay, so how'd everybody do?
I did good. I got to the 50% mark in my book. I ate dinner, homemade chicken pot pie. I watched, while I was eating, I watched my videos lately, my entertainment videos are watching people get arrested for something basic, but they take it so far and then they have a felony charge against them after that. So that's what I did while I ate.
I love it.
It's those one videos where you're like, well, just put your hands up. Just put your hands
Yeah,
up.
and you're like, F you! And like spit at the cop, and like now you're down on the ground and you're like, I didn't do anything. And it's like, but no, really, you did.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You literally just did.
Yeah.
I got, I think, about a chapter and a half listened to, because Audible doesn't give you percentages. But I got my mitten started, and yeah. Oh, and Barb wanted to know the pattern. It's a paid-for pattern, and it's on Ravelry. It's called Tinsel Knits, but you can make fingerless mittens, convertible mittens, or regular mittens.
That's so
The pattern
cool.
gives you all three. I haven't decided what I'm making yet. I think maybe regular mittens. So anyway, Barb, there you go.
I wish I could make mittens. I need the ones that are like the fingerless ones for my computer usage, because my hands get cold all the time. Yeah.
Maybe somebody will send you a pair in the mail.
And I got to 89% on Ghostly Echoes. So getting close.
You're almost there.
Yeah, like most of this stuff has that plot line is wrapped up with the overall story arc that goes through the whole thing. Like it's doing the little, thing for that at the end, but the actual one for that story has been wrapped up. So yeah. It says I have 32 minutes left with the speed that I'm listening to it, so I should be able to get it done in the next sprint, I think. So
nice.
As long as I don't chat too much and, get our sprint going when I should. And if my computer will do what I want, there we go. And Ashley says, hey y'all, reading Dashing Through the Snow by Debbie Maycomer.
I think that's my favorite Christmas one.
Getting a head start on Debbie December, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Esther said Oswego is across from Canada on Lake Ontario. Barbara says the book I am reading is about a Jewish girl and her grandmother. They go back to the grandmother's hometown, and the grandmother is so funny.
Nice.
And I looked it up, and it sounded like it would be good, but I can't find it anywhere. And I don't. I think she said it was KU, maybe. I don't know, but I don't have KU. So. But it looked fun. And Karen says, "Hi everyone. I don't know what I'm reading tonight. If you need help, let us know.
That's what we're here for."
And Jessica says, "Hi." Lynn says, "Hello everyone. Sorry I'm a bit late. Just got home. Was eating dinner. Had tacos, and I'll be reading Christmas Corpse by Mona Marple. About 25% in. Cool.
Excellent. I love all the Christmas murder books.
Right.
Hi Rose says, "Hi everyone. Just got back from running errands. Was super crowded at the stores. Yeah, I was at Walmart the other day, and I'm like, just get my stuff. I just need to get my stuff. There was too many people, and like our Walmarts aren't really that crowded, but whenever it's the holidays, it's just like everybody, and it's just like, and I'm like, my doctor goes, do you have anxiety? Because with my like heart doing things and I can't breathe and all this stuff. And I'm like, not really, but I'm like, maybe during the holidays, because I'm just like, I want out. I feel claustrophobic, and I'm like, I just need to get my stuff and get out. And then the way they've got the stupid Walmart fixed now, I hate it. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but like they changed to where you can only go into the registers either this way or this way. And it's got the candy and all that crap right here. And so you just want to go get your groceries, and somebody's looking at the candy, and you can't get by them. And I'm like,
yeah, I know.
I don't get it. I mean, I know they're trying to figure out how to cut down on people stealing or doing whatever, but that was not a good idea.
Mm-mm.
And then we went the other day and we are going to do self checkout because we only had a couple of things. So we go to this one little self checkout thing, and the lady's like, "Could you scoot down there, please? We're trying to keep it from getting congested here." And I'm like, "Y'all built it this way.
Right.
Exactly. Exactly.
If you didn't want people to be right here, then you shouldn't put one there."
So true. So true.
I'm like, "No, I've had enough time in this store. Get me out of here." I'm
Mm-hmm.
getting frustrated. And Working Stone says, I am starting book 10 now. Oh, so
Wow.
he's really liking it then, yeah. And Kim says, I'm 14% on mine. And I looked that one up and it sounded interesting. So I went and tagged the first book in that series. She's on book 4. And Rose says, I'm making tacos for dinner to Jessica. Hope you enjoyed. I had
grass dinner.
I had pancakes. It was easy to make. I said, we're having something easy because I don't want to cook. Amy says I got 39%. Cool. And Kat says, well, I tried to place my Scholastic order, but my $10 free book isn't showing up. So I have to call customer service tomorrow. I'm ordering the Mina Lima edition of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Oh, cool. And Mother Goose says, next sprint, I'm going to start Christmas at the Chocolate Shop by Jessica Redlin. Cool. Come on. I don't even know where that one came from. my computer. Okay. Barbara says, I have that pattern. Yay. I'll make it with you.
Yay.
And PK Hi says, listening on the drive home, walked Keo, about to make dinner, sausage balls delicious. We'll crochet and maybe watch another episode of Good Bones this evening.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then PK said hi to Annalisa. So maybe that is the wearing stone, maybe? I don't know, because I know she knows. And I'm like, because I don't know any other I don't know any I was thinking maybe. Rose says, what weight yarn do you use for your mittens, Sarah?
The pattern calls for a DK weight, but I guess you could use a light worsted. Yeah. DK.
And Cajun got to 49%, and Annie got 7%, and Celeste says it didn't get far reading, but started editing a video that was still productive.
Right.
And yes, Storm said it's on KU. That's what I thought. I don't have KU. All the good stuff is on KU. And Rose says, I need a cowboy Christmas romance suggestion. There you go, Sarah. There are too many to choose from. Good plot and characters.
When I saw this comment a little bit earlier, the first thing I thought that you might appreciate, Ro, is Jen McKinley. Yes, that Jen McKinley wrote some contemporary romances, and she does do a cowboy romance, which I cannot remember the name of, but it's the first in a 2-book series. So you might just look up Jen McKinley and you'll find Cowboy. It's on audio too if you want it. But highly recommend.
I only thing I could think of is Rayanne Thane does some good cowboy ones, I think. So.
Rayanne Thane does do some good cowboy romances, but I know Ro is a series reader, right? Like in order series reader?
Maybe. I think she might be.
I think so. If depending on how spicy you want, Maisie Yates does some great cowboy romances.
Yeah. Just don't get the desire ones. Get the other ones.
The regular, yeah.
Because then there's more plot. There's more plot and substance with the spice.
Yeah. True. Not just the guy delivering the pizza. We want an actual plot.
Yeah. And so Barbara said it's on Thrift Books. So I may have to look because it looked cute. And Kay said, "Hi, hope everyone is well. Reading Deadly Notions. Well, trying to not having the best reading focus day. Buddied up the like, up to the like, buddied up to the like. Okay,
She's so funny.
she's getting really creative with the the like.
Right?
And Mother says, "Ugh, I'm with you, Storm. I use Instacart for that reason. Yeah."
So the Jen McKinley, I apologize. It's the second book in the series, and it's called The Christmas Keeper. But they're just companion books. You could read them out of order, I suppose. So that's just because you're familiar with the author already, you might like them.
Yeah, I think she's okay with the romances if they're companion novels, not reading them in order. I think it's just
Yeah,
a cozy.
I've always said that romances you can absolutely read out of order.
And Celeste says, "My Walmart this time of year is terrible too." Yes, and that's like the only real big place that we have to go shopping. So it's not like I have a choice either. So
We had to go. We usually go every Saturday morning, but we're usually getting there at 10 after 7 when they open, just because Garrett's concerned about me being around too many people.
yeah.
We don't need me to get COVID again, right? So
Yeah.
it's like, let's get there super early before anybody else gets there.
Yeah, and it's kind of, I mean, no, not everybody has time to go like in the middle of the night, but it was kind of good having it whenever
It was
ours used
24
to be
hours.
open 24 hours, because you go like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, there's like hardly anybody there.
Mm-hmm.
You get your stuff done and get out. I liked that.
Feel like you're robbing the place.
Yeah. Yeah, it was always so super quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And Rose says, "I just make the taco meat and then you just throw the toppings on it. Super easy. That's the way to do it."
Mm-hmm.
And hi, Nicole says, "Just popping in to say hi. I'm about to drive to Brisbane, 6-hour round trip."
Yikes.
Well, have fun.
Enjoy.
And Kay says, "I think the book I read yesterday gave me a book hangover. It was good, but it felt never ending. I kept saying I had 2 hours left for like about 5 hours." I know how those are going. Yeah, it's like I like it, but can it be over now?
Yeah.
And Wearing Stone said, made a little smiley face to PK. So must be the right person. That Annalisa, is that one? I will never probably remember to say that,
Right.
Rose says, "Oh, thank you. I haven't tried any of her contemporary."
They're really cute.
And Rose says, "Doesn't have to be series."
Okay. I'll message you with a list if you like.
Rayanne thing does have some like standalone romance or Christmas romances that I've enjoyed.
But they're not necessarily cowboy. Like her newer stuff is more women's fiction than romance. So
the one that I read, and I can't remember what it was, I gave it like 5 stars. And it was on a ranch, so it was kind of cowboyish.
Cowboy-esque. Yeah.
Yeah. And like it didn't have like a whole lot of cowboyish stuff in it because it was Christmas, but I mean he was a cowboy on a ranch.
Exactly.
And Rose said, "How is Janet Daly? Saw a lot of cowboy ones by her." I liked I think you were talking about that series, Ro. It has, I think, My Kind of Christmas or something like that.
Yes.
Is the first one, maybe?
Yeah, a lot of her stuff is on KU too.
I read that one last year and I liked it.
And I know there was a bit of controversy with Janet Daly, though, many years ago with her and Nora, that she was plagiarizing Nora Roberts. So
yeah, I like totally didn't know that until you guys were like talking about it. So I like Googled it and I was like, I didn't know that. 'Cause I like Janet Daly stuff. So. And Nadine says, "I read those 2 Jen McKinley cowboy books. I gave them both 5 stars." Well, there you go. And Rose says, "You've inspired me to not read all romance series in order." Well, she got one, but she ain't getting me.
No, in all honesty, I know you're not the biggest fan of Spice, Ro, but I absolutely recommend, I will send you a couple names, of a Maisie Yates non-desire, like full-length novel of a cowboy Christmas book. They are spectacular.
I think of the one that I read. I think I read it earlier this year that I liked. It was the thicker.
Smooth Talking Cowboy.
Yeah, that was it.
The first in the Gold Valley series.
I liked that one. I was afraid. I'm like, oh, I read the Christmas one, but it was a Desire, and I was like, it was just like there was
because they're short and they're trying to squeeze all the nookie into a shorter book, right?
Yeah,
Whereas
it was one of those they're snowed in type of romances, so there's nothing else to do. But yeah,
yep.
Yeah, it was like, okay, there's no plot to this.
Oh, Carolyn Brown does some great cowboy books as well. I know she does some cowboy romances, and she tends to also write on the sweeter side.
And Kim says, I love Walmart plus for free delivery. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It would be nice if we had like that kind of thing, but we'd have to go pick ours up because we live too far away. Nothing delivers to our town.
See, my brother does the pickup.
Domino's.
Oh, Domino's.
Because they have a hotspot, because they have those hotspots. And I think our town has one of those. So you'd have to drive to that hotspot. But it's close enough that, you don't have to drive all the way to the other town to get it. So, I mean, that's kind of cool. But that's
my brother does the pickup like my sister. And I said, but half the fun is going to Walmart and buying 37 things you didn't expect to buy. Like, we went over the weekend here. It's like, we're only spending $20. What did we not buy?
Yeah. And I don't know, but I like to look at my vegetables and stuff.
Me too.
That's my only thing. I'd have to go in to get my vegetables or something.
Or meat or anything like that. Absolutely.
Yeah. Amy says, has anyone read B.J. Daniels' Harlequin intrigue books? Yes. Mm-hmm. Are they good? Yes. I've seen they are available on KU as well as Barbara Hahn.
Barbara Hahn is fantastic as well. But B.J. Daniels, Storm will agree. The queen of the intrigue books.
Yes. She's my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
And she's cowboys too, but I don't know if she's got Christmas one.
She does, but that one would be out of series. Like I think she does the it's part of the cult series that you started reading, Christmas Ransom.
Oh yeah, they had because that was the one I read out of.
Yeah.
And I had to go back and straighten everything out and read book 1 and 2.
like we twisted your arm to read some of those.
Right.
And a lot of hers also for audio listeners are available on audio because she is such a huge name with Harlequin.
Okay.
Yeah, they are.
Mm-hmm.
And Rose said the Christmas Keeper, my Libby has it just borrowed. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And then, a list would be great.
Mm-hmm.
And Nicole said, so how are you all doing? Hope you're all doing well. I am doing good. I'm just a little cold.
Yeah, I think we all are.
Well, except for Lee, who has the window cracked or whatever. And a short sleeve shirt on, and we've got long sleeves.
Yeah.
And Shannon says, just got here and settling in to read a Murder, She Wrote novel, Fatal Feast. Cool.
Nice.
And Sherry says, I'm listening to 46-hour books, so might get done by Friday when it is due back. You can do it.
You can do that for sure.
And Rose says, yes, Storm, want to read Janet Daly Christmas Tree Farm. Yeah.
Yeah, they look really cute.
In that one, and I liked it. And so I'd like to, if I can fit another one in, like during the Christmas, I'd probably do number 2. I haven't really even thought about my December TBR yet.
I may or may not have.
Well, I figured most of the people that are like, diehard Christmas readers have probably got theirs planned out.
Well, not just that, but I want to make sure I try and fit some Debbie in there too, because, I am kind of co-hosting the readathon, so I try and read some of her books. The great thing about Debbie, though, is that her stuff is short.
Yeah.
Like it tends to be very manageable to read,
Her Cedar Cove books are a little chunky, but I think at the same time, they're kind of easy to like get through. And everything. But most of her books are fairly on the short side, especially like her Christmas stuff that everybody's going to be reading.
And that's the ones I'm thinking of. They were usually published as these little hardcover books about this big, like Dashing Through the Snow, I think is like 275 pages or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that
I do want to try to find, I think, Trading Christmas, I think it is. Because I really like that movie, so I would like to read the book because I've never read the book. And then for Tiffany, I have to try, the first in the Angel series. So.
I think I'm gonna try Marion Bright. I thought I'd read it, but I hadn't. So
Yeah,
Another
I
good
like
one.
that one. Rose says, sounds good. I can handle spice as long as there's plot and not tons of lust.
I know, I'm sorry, but I have to share this because Garrett and I were laughing about this when we were having dinner. And he was talking about watching dirty things, right? And he's like, I'm at an age now where it's like the pizza guy shows up and goes, oh, no, don't do that. Eat the pizza while it's still hot. You know? Oh, you spilled the popcorn. Now what are you going to snack? You know, like, so we were laughing about that.
That's hilarious.
And Rose says, I read Carolyn Brown book in the summer and loved it, and really wants to read B.J. Daniels too.
Yes, you need to.
Okay, with that, I better jump into a sprint, or I'm not going to finish my book.
Right? Storm's like priorities.
Right?
Hey, I have to finish something this month, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
So let's see. We'll read to the top of the hour, and so happy reading, everyone.
Happy reading.
reading.
So how did it go?
It went pretty good. I'm in my workbook, the writing in the margins book, and almost finished this whole section I was working on.
Cool.
Well done. I got to chapter 7 on the Christmas book, and it's super cute. And I got the cuff done on the first mitten.
Yay!
Yeah.
I finished my book, so
Yay!
yay. I think that's like maybe number 11 for the month. So
That's pretty good, man.
not too bad, especially since I've been like down the rabbit hole of all this other stuff. I told my friend, I said, it feels so weird, like, because I like read like 35 last month and like 11. Weird.
I think a lot of people had a really like book heavy October. And I think a lot of
that's
people
what
in
like
the same
Barb
boat.
said too. She's like, I think we're all like kind of tuckered out and stuff. And
Exactly.
And,
Exactly.
and it's been kind of fun, like not worrying about what I'm reading or anything. So.
Exactly. Yep. 100%.
That tells you needed the break, Storm. That like
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like you said the other day, Lee, it's not a contest.
Yeah, it's really not.
And I agree with Barbara here. She says, how will the books and yarn get bought if you have Walmart pickup?
Right? Hello?
I mean, unless you specifically know exactly what yarn you're getting or book you're getting, it would be kind of hard because, that's a browsing thing, right?
Our Walmart doesn't, well, they still sell yarn. They used to sell fabric. They don't sell fabric anymore. But I can just picture I'd be on the phone with the person doing the pickup going, okay, do they have this one then? No?
Right.
Okay, what about this one?
Ours
Ours
took the fabric out at one point, but then they brought it back. So they must have had a lot of people complain or something.
Probably.
It's not like as large as it was, but there's a small deal of fabric.
Yeah.
And so Kim said, after a car wreck in 2019, I can't handle Walmart. I love Publix because I can usually get a scooter. Walmart usually aren't available.
Yeah.
And Amy says, okay, I will have to check out BJ Daniels and Barbara Hahn's Harlequin and trade books. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And Nadine says, not Cowboy Christmas book. A book I read last year that I really liked was Christmas Camp by Karen Shaler. Very Christmassy. I don't think it had any spice. Just a cute story. 5 stars for me. Yeah, and I think there's a Hallmark movie that's based on.
A lot of her books are like Hallmark movies, I think.
Because I think I've seen that movie. And it was cute. And Rose says, I just don't want to get burned out on Christmas, so I'm going to alternate. Also excited to start Cedar Cove by Debbie Macomber.
I love my Christmas books all December long, but like as soon as Boxing Day or the day after Christmas hits, it's like, give me thrillers.
I was going to say, you like start like your year off with a thriller, don't you?
I have been for years. I'm like, well, why broke what ain't thick? Or, like, why fix what ain't broke?
Yeah.
There you go.
Sherry says, my problem is that I have to work 9 hours a day except Thursday. Well, that's a bummer, but you can do it. I mean, that is a big book, but you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
And Jesse said, I made to chapter 6 of the Cupid Chronicles.
Nice.
PK says, okay, got Dashing Through the Snow by Maycomber via library. New Nora book comes out tomorrow. I'm set for the rest of the year.
I thought she was going to say she was set for the rest of the week. I'm like,
I know. I love it.
Okay, and I think I have that written down. Yes, I do. And okay, so I don't know like the dates because I still need to talk to Tiffany because I think she said that she's not going to be able to do too many Sundays because her mom is coming to town in December, and so we may only have like 2 days, and we might have to like postpone the last sewing circle one maybe till January to discuss that or whatever. So I'm not quite sure, but I do have a library book or book themed cozy, and then flip a coin between two books. And then pick the one that, and so that one I feel like is a very broad one too for people who are wanting to read Christmas. You could put two Christmas books and flip between them.
That's a good idea.
That's brilliant.
So, because Tiffany was like, I was going to say a Christmas book would be one of them, but she's like, that one works because you can flip it. And I was like, yeah.
True. Pick whatever you want.
Even a library one. I know that there's a lot of cozy series that take place in libraries, and I'm sure there's
some Christmas ones and stuff in that too.
Right?
And come on. Kat says, I was looking at some potential books on Amazon for December. One of the books is about Krampus, and the other one is about the poem "'Twas the Night Before Christmas."
Ooh, what's the night before Christmas one, Kat? What's it called?
And there's also a white beans and shrimp for dinner while talking to my hubby. That sounds yummy. Not a huge bean person, but the shrimp part sounds good. And Nadine says, just got a notification from my library that my hold for Nora. Yay. And it says, hi, everyone. Just wanted to stop in and wish y'all a wonderful Thanksgiving and safe weekend. I'll see y'all soon. I'll watch the replay tomorrow. Yes, and you have a happy Thanksgiving too.
Thank you.
Here she goes. Just got the notification that her Nora book Inheritance is ready. Now to find the time to get it. I am hosting Thanksgiving, so I've been in cooking and cleaning mode. Now, that's like one thing that I found very interesting watching some of the homesteaders is how much they cook. If they have big families, like how much they cook ahead of time and put in the freezer.
Yep.
I like never really thought about that. But they do a lot of it. Like they prepare their pies. They had like the like fruit pies or whatever it is, and they didn't bake those. They just put them in the freezer, and then they can bring them out and bake them. And then the one like bake their pumpkin ones and put them in there, and frozen like bake ahead mashed potatoes. Like I would have never thought you could freeze mashed potatoes and they would come out. But she says the way she made them, they always came out really well. And you just kind of one of those that you bring out and let it thaw on its own or whatever and stuff. And I was like, this is interesting because I would probably be one of those trying to rush around on like the day before and the day of trying to get everything done.
Go ahead.
I was just to say, if you wanted to see somebody else, she's not really a homesteader, but she does a lot of like retro cooking recipes and hassle-free holidays. Is someone named Noreen's Kitchen.
Oh yeah.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. And my grandmother used to make rolls, like homemade rolls, and she would do them weeks before the holiday. But you go into the house and I still can see this big silver bowl and she had the towel over it because the yeast would be, and then she would take it outside and they had a shed that really wasn't insulated and she would put it out there and then she'd bake them and then just put them in the shed in these big bags. And come Christmas, she would just throw them in the oven to warm them up.
It makes it a ton easier, so.
And she did the same like when she made pierogies because it was such an intensive process. She made a ton and they got frozen and we'd be eating them for months and months and months.
I can remember for doing that, like there'd be like the pierogi party where like my grandmother and like her three sisters would come over and it'd be like make like 1,500 of them and then each got divided up amongst people.
Yep. Oh. Memories.
I feel like my phone knows that I've been watching a lot of foodie things or whatever it is because all I did was type in NOR and it pops up Noreen's Kitchen. I was like, oh, there we go. That was easy.
So I said to Garrett today, I was scrolling through YouTube and I'm like, oh, and I did a screenshot. I'm like, when you get recommended your own video, I'm like, yes, I can confirm that's a good one.
That's great.
Kay says, going to read with son might not make it back for the chat, but thanks for the sprint. We'll hope you have fun with your son. And there we go. Rose said, read chapter 1 of the Christmas Keeper. It starts with Thanksgiving dinner, so perfect timing. Well, there you go. and Kim made it 31%. And Mother Goose said just a little ways into Christmas wishes at the chocolate shop and really enjoying it. That one sounds like it would make me hungry to chocolate shop.
Right.
It was a good one.
Yeah.
Makes me want chocolate already. And Jessica Lynn says, I read 2 more chapters of the Christmas Corpse. Really enjoying it. It's like a cozy mystery in a Christmas town. It's super cozy and very Christmassy so far.
Well, actually, this week I'm going to probably read Rusty Murdered Gentleman by Vicki Delaney. I'm like, I really need to start that. I don't know if it actually takes place at Christmas, but it's the Christmas town mysteries, so I'm counting it as Christmas.
There you go.
Yeah, I read the first one. It wasn't too bad. I mean, I still think the Christmas Tree Farm is my favorite Christmas all the time ones, but I still liked that one, and I need to get to the second one. So
that'll Christmas
be
Tree Farm.
book.
I'm going to get to because I haven't read any of them. I'm going to get to one of them in December.
Yeah, I do think the Christmas Tree Farm is definitely more on the whimsical side.
Okay,
but I do think the other one is quite Christmassy as well, because I know like some people are like that one's it's too Christmassy, and so it's like, it depends on, I guess, your level of Christmas fun.
Of Christmas, yeah.
And Celeste said, I read 10 pages and worked on thumbnails. Cool. I made a thumbnail really quickly for my video because it was like, we'll just take this off, put this on my Canva because it already has the words and stuff. I rearranged. Okay, we're done.
Yep.
I am really bad with thumbnails. I don't like them. And Cajun got to 69%. Cool.
Nice.
And Sherry got to 18%. And Amy got 45% in the Wyoming Cowboy Undercover. And so far, loving it. Annie made it to 12%. And Cajun said to Mother Goose, I finished the 3rd in that series earlier today. There may have been the sniffling and teary eyes, but it was good in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
Annie says, I have very heavy reading month in October and haven't been reading much this month. I get distracted with Christmas plans in the back of my mind too. Yeah.
I think a lot of people are like feeling like October's like the last month you can really push it before the holidays come, Yeah,
I've like already seen a bunch of people doing like their November wrap-ups or like November, and I'm like, but November's not over yet. But I'm like, well, they're probably because they're going to be all Thanksgiving family oriented, like at the back end, and they're not going to be reading anything or not much, and so they go ahead and wrap it up and get it done, I'm guessing.
and I'm sorry if anyone's going to do this, but guys, the year isn't over yet. Why are we doing wrap-up lists for the year?
Right.
I'm like, what if you still read a really good book in December?
Exactly.
Yeah, I can't do like my my top 10 or anything like that too early in December, because I mean there could be a really good one on the back half of December. I can't.
Well, I had one year. I'm pretty sure it was like 2020 or 2021. One of my favorite books of the year I finished on New Year's Eve. I'm like,
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, you just see, and then you do your list, and then there's an addendum on January 1st. By the way,
this one should have been number 1.
Right? Yeah. Forget what I've already said.
Yeah. And Rose said there's also a great tabby named George in that Christmas. Yes. Now I know why she likes it so much. Rose says, I say I want to have a light reading month in December, but I also want to finish some series. Yeah. Kat says, I gotta go. Thanks for this rant, lady. I hope everyone has a terrific week and a wonderful Thanksgiving. And you too, Kat. Hope you have a good one. And Nadine said the Christmas camp is on my TBR. Cajun says, I just gave up and jumped into Christmas reads because that was what kept wanting to read. So I don't know if that will last through December or if I jinx myself.
I'm with you, Cajun, but I could read Christmas the whole year and be happy about that.
PK says, and then stick with the coin toss winner? I can just see her going, I can't do that.
Wait, which was heads? Was it that one or that one?
So here you go. You flip the coin.
Right.
You take this one. You read a chapter and you're like, oh, I don't like that one. What about this one?
This one was heads. This one was heads.
It's not like we're gonna know.
One of my favorite lines of all
I
time
feel like
in
they're
Friends was first season. I think Joey and Chandler found this baby on the bus, and they had to go pay something, and they're like, "Oh, which baby is ours?" They're like, "Oh, heads or tails?" It's like, "Well, which is it?" "Oh, because ducks have heads." That's the only line I remember. It was hilarious. Any Friends person will remember that episode. It was kind of iconic. Oh yeah, clowns or ducks? Well, ducks is heads because ducks have heads. And he's like, "What kind of scary ass clowns came to your birthday party?"
That's funny.
Were you gonna say something, Lee? Were you gonna say something, Lee? Are you frozen? Or hello?
No. Go ahead.
I was like, are you frozen? and Cajun
I
says,
think I've been messing up this whole time.
You're fine.
Cajun says, "Oh, Shaw, where's the fun in that?" TK.
Exactly.
I was like, it's not like we're going to know that you picked something else from the ones that you flipped the coin. We're not going to mandate that you do a video and show us which one.
I do it all the time. I'm like, I'm going to totally randomly pick this book, and then I hit random and go, "Let's hit it again."
Yeah. Do it again. Do it again.
Totally random until I come to the book I want.
It's like, oh, that one sounds good. Okay.
Oh, wow, that's great. Excellent. I love this whole random thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Mother Goose says, "How will you ladies be spending Thanksgiving?" Sarah, you celebrated in October, correct?
I will be going to work that day. But how are you ladies going to enjoy it?
Going over to my aunt's house where it's chaos and I'm going to want to hide in the corner.
Bring a book, Storm. Just bring a book.
I usually bring my e-reader. I like sit there and like, ooh. But yeah. I think there's going to be like 20 of us, so it's going to be interesting because my aunt's family keeps growing, and so it's like you're going to have to get a bigger house. It's just all there is to it.
Yeah,
because her one daughter has 3 kids, and only one of them is still in school, and I think he's like a junior or senior, and so one's married, and the other one just got a fiance, and they keep expanding.
wow.
And she's like, I don't know where I'm going to put everybody, and then she invited like a couple and their kids, so I'm like, we may be sitting on the floor. But yeah, so it'll be fun. There's gonna be a big turkey and ham and all the goodies. And
Yum. I'm jealous of all the food you guys are going to have.
what about you, Lee?
I'm sorry if I keep freezing, guys. Like, I feel like
I was gonna say, I don't know if you're freezing. I was like, how was your Thanksgiving gonna be?
going to my aunt's house and everybody will be crazy and I'll love it.
See, 2 different people. You're gonna be like, go to your aunt's house, it's gonna be crazy, and you're gonna love it. And I'm going to my aunt's house, it's gonna be crazy, and I want to hide.
Oh no!
Oh no! There she went.
Uh-huh.
She
We
was
were
having-
getting close to the end. Poor Lee.
And Kim says, I'm driving to my dad's tomorrow, about 6-hour drive. And Mother Goose says, all the best kind of reads.
Nice.
And Kim says, may listen to Agatha Christie on the drive. Well, there you go. That's
Excellent.
nice. And Celeste says, yes, I don't film my year wrap-ups until January. Yeah. I think a lot of people, they feel like they have to wrap everything up at the end so that they can start fresh with like
Start
January.
clean. Yeah.
And I would rather just wait and just do a lot of that stuff at the 1st of January.
Well, it's the same. It's even now. The Goodreads Choice Awards came out. Dudes, It's early November. Like, what? I don't understand.
Yeah, and I think sometimes I think a lot of those books, I don't know if they're based on books this year or last year, or
Yeah, it's kind of weird, isn't it?
and it's a popularity contest.
Oh, yay!
It doesn't really matter. Hey.
What's going on?
And
Our
Rose
computers
says,
don't like us anymore.
what kind of clowns came to your birthday?
Yeah,
party?
what kind of clowns came to your birthday party?
Yep.
Yes, that's right. It was
Ross's
Ross's son.
son. They were babysitting. Oh,
Thank you.
And Rose says, flip it so it lands on head and then tails. Can't read either. There you go. Yeah. And so that's why I have to do my spin the wheel video in one take, so no edits, because I would be tempted to keep spinning. Yes. I have been tempted whenever I've done the spinning wheel, because I'm like, oh, it's that one.
That's what I was going to say before. Even when you have an either or situation, there's always one you want more. So why are you trying to do a spin thing? You know you're going to be happy if you get one and disappointed if you get the other.
That's right.
PK said, Storm, escape or reward yourself with sprints with me. Extra long sprints that day. I'm doing with that, just that in mind. Or if someone doesn't have family or friends and just wants to hang out. Yeah.
That is awesome. Yeah, I'm going to do that on New Year's, on Christmas Eve.
Yeah. Well, ours, I think we have to be there at 1 o'clock. And so by 3 o'clock, I'm like, are you ready, Dad? Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's only been a couple hours, but are you ready?
Just look at the time.
We only have one cousin that, like, it's always when me and my other cousin, whenever my aunt's like, well, she's not going to be able to come. And we both look at each other and go, darn.
Always that
and
one.
My aunt's like, no, that's not the way to be. She's family.
Well, she's not here, so who's going to know?
Yeah. Well, she's like the reason we don't play games anymore, because like she's one of those that, gets really worked up and mad if she doesn't win or something. Play games. She like left one time when my cousin Autumn said something about what she was doing with the game, like kind of like saying that she was cheating, but she wasn't, just joking. And she got mad and slammed everything down, told her husband we were leaving. They didn't show up the next year, and we're like, hey, we ran her off.
So the next year it's like, oh.
Yeah.
And Barbara says, I'm working double time.
Money, 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 Barb.
Exactly.
It's like, so what are you going to buy for Christmas with your Thanksgiving?
Right.
My in-laws used to do that because they drove bus for the Toronto Transit Commission, and they used to always work on Christmas and New Year's, and yeah.
I used to always, when I worked at like a grocery store, I was younger, but I would always like be willing to work because I knew the adults had to like go home and cook for their families and stuff. I'd be like, no, I'll work. It's fine.
Yeah, you could go home and eat it at any time or something like
that. Exactly. I'm like, I'd rather make the money, and like they really need to get home and cook.
Absolutely. So. Absolutely.
Mother Goose said, thanks, ladies. Happy Thanksgiving. And Sarah, hope you have a great day.
Thank you.
And Amy says, I'm going to my sister's in-law house for Thanksgiving. They live about 49-minute drive from where I live. Yeah, that's the good thing about like my aunt too. Like she just lives in the next town over. So it's like not have to travel far. So,
yeah.
I got an hour ride there and then back. So I
was gonna say, you guys do like you guys fly places for Thanksgiving. It is a big to do. We're like, it's Sunday, let's have turkey. That's what Kurt was saying. He's like, because there's no hockey on tomorrow. He's like, well, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I said, no, Thanksgiving is. So we had an argument about it until he looked it up, and then I was correct. and he's like, but I don't understand why there's no, I said, you don't understand, Garrett. I said, American Thanksgiving is a production. It's like a whole week of stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, like a lot of places get off at least a day or two early so that they can
oh yeah,
go traveling and all that stuff. And so Amy said she probably won't get much reading done on Thanksgiving. And come on, Jessica Lynn says, I have 2 houses to go to for Thanksgiving. And it's a whole day of back and forth, and usually get home around 9 and leave at 11. So it's a long day, but I got to meet my new niece who is 2.5 years old. That's
yay! Cool. That is worth it.
Yeah, I always feel bad for like the ones that have 2 families that they have to try to go to. It's like, can you not one do one on Friday and one do one on Thursday?
Right.
And stuff, because it's like kind of ruins everything, because you're like, I gotta hurry up, and then it's like you eat at one, so you eat at one and dessert at the other. I mean, how do you put this in? Because I would be full after I've ate at the one, and I wouldn't want anything when I went to the other. And Cajun says, the joy of being single, introverted homebody. I'm picking up Cracker Barrels and settling in and reading, and I'm going to love it. Yeah.
That
sounds
sounds
really fun.
fantastic.
Mhm.
Rose says, I have to go to 2 Thanksgivings, so skipping breakfast, and that will be my lunch and dinner.
Excellent.
And Jessica Lynn says, I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday. If you celebrate, enjoy the long weekend. Thanks, Storm, Lee, and Sarah for the sprints. Always so much fun. Have a great night, everyone. You too. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. And Kim says, I work for school district, so we're off all week. Yeah, that's nice. And Rose said night to Jessica. And Amy says, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Thank you for the sprints, ladies. Good night, everyone. And you've got something coming up tomorrow, right, Sarah?
Yes, I am doing a live show tomorrow. Steve Donahue and I are going over the Harlequin new releases for the month of December.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, so we're doing.
I
People
saw
seem
that
to
when I
really
was
like
looking
it
for it.
last time, so we're gonna do it again.
And I like totally forgot about it last time until like I seen it like it's been streamed already, and I was like, darn it. So this time I put notify me. So maybe I'll remember it. If I'm looking at my phone when it notifies me.
Yeah.
It doesn't really
Step
help
one.
if you're not on the phone. Do you have anything coming out, Lee?
I don't know.
Don't know.
I don't know.
I will have a recent reads coming out, you know, like my first
Oh my
video.
gosh, how are we seriously this far? Tomorrow, I have my December TBRs coming out.
Oh, yay.
Why did I seriously look at the 14th? Like, oh, what do I have coming out? Like, we're way past that.
There was something that was coming that was going to be a live stream yesterday, and it says for the 19th. I was watching the Thanksgiving pies with the homes, and I'm like, oh well, look at there's like that's already done and over with because it was the 19th. I'm thinking it was like the 20th or something already.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, it's not. It's
Totally off.
it's like I don't know. I'm totally confused with them. Bar says I'm also getting a big dinner for the grocery store, $79.99. Wow.
Yeah.
That's
They do all the work for you.
Yeah, that's the kind I like. One year we were gonna go to Golden Corral, I think it was, and everything. And we got up there and the line of people like out the door way down here, and we were like, no. We're not. We ended up at Denny's.
There you go. Where you have a VIP section at Denny's, you know? They're
Right,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, so because we were going with friends well, first it was like they're like, oh well, this one place always has a really great Thanksgiving. Well, they had new owners and they closed for Thanksgiving. It was funny. So we were trying to chase down a place to eat. It was funny.
Good old Denny's.
And Rose says, nice. The last one was so much fun. And
Thank you.
I can't believe November's already over. Summer lasted forever and fall flew by.
Yes.
Truth.
Yes. Well, I want summer to last longer. Other people are glad it's already here, and I'm ready for
All can stretch itself out.
Yeah, I'm ready for the cold weather to be done with. While Ro is like, yay!
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so we will end, and everybody have a great Thanksgiving if you're celebrating, and everything like that. If not, have a nice Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Exactly.
And everything. And I'm guessing the next sprints besides the one you're doing, are you doing anything on Saturday again?
I will be doing some sprint, just a couple hours on Saturday again, like I've been doing. I really enjoy that.
Okay,
nice and quick. Get some reading in.
That's at noon, right?
Yeah, it starts at noon Eastern.
Time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so see you guys then, and
definitely.
I'll say goodbye. So bye.
Bye, guys.